Peace, everyone. Today is July 7th, 2023. My name is Jasmine, and this is my journal entry. I missed you all. I know it's been a while, but I had to take a break. I had to, go fix some things in my personal life, and I had to get comfortable in this new position. So things have been very busy. Um, I hate to use the word challenge or obstacles because I look at them like opportunities for growth and improvement. But I've had a lot of those. Some with a lot of them came up in relationships and friendships. Um, I'm a very open, loving person. At least I try to be. And I had to sit down and look at not per se the people around me or the people I consider friends, because most of the time when we go through things, they're more about us than those people. And I realized a lot of things about myself. And one of them is I need to learn how to mind my business. That's the first thing. Number one, minding my business. I'm always trying to help somebody. And it's not always meant for me to help people. Sometimes the people that you love most, you gotta let them go through what they go through. And that goes the same for my kids too, or for anybody with kids. It sucks when you have to watch your kids struggle or go through things. But just like we had to go through things when we were kids, they have to go through things too. I'm always trying to help somebody or heal somebody, but I'm learning that it's best to just stay out of things, mind my business, and kind of stay on my own path. And I think my lesson is I was operating in my ego. Like, I'm Jazz, I got this. I can help you. Jazz, I did it, and I didn't realize how much I was operating in my ego until now. So I had to really check myself. And, checking yourself can hurt because a lot of times, it's much easier to blame somebody else than to really take a deep look at yourself. I had to look at me and be like, hey, that was your ego. You weren't helping this person out of the kindness of your heart. That was your ego operating. You may have been genuine, but that was your ego. So I learned to take a step back and really listening to my inner compass and listening to my spirit and flowing that way. Because if you, listen to yourself and flow, you know, the way your spirit wants you to, if it's divinely meant for you to help somebody or do something for somebody, you'll know. And there were times where I helped people, but I questioned myself before I did it. And I've had to pay for it as a result of it. So one of my biggest lessons I learned was to mind my business. Second lesson I've learned recently is to sit my ass down. I'm always doing something. It is very hard for me to sit still. I ain't diagnosing myself, but sometimes I think I got ADHD. I have to be doing something. Like right now, I'm talking to y'all and I'm playing with a paperclip. I just got to be, especially with my hands. I just got to do something. And I didn't realize always having the need to do something has exhausted me. For a minute there, my gifts were weak, or at least I felt like they were weak. I thought they were gone. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't read anymore. But I was just tired. They're back. They never left. I just needed to rest. So I took time out to rest. Um, rest my mind. So the thing that I've been working on lately is learning to freely love people. And like when you think about love, you think about like a lot of people associate love with ownership. And you hear people say like that's my man. Those are my kids. That's my this, my that. We tend to put ownership over things that we love or we feel that we love. We tend to take them and stick them in our pockets and tuck them away and walk away with them. And it's like, why? You know what I mean? It's like, why? Why do that? and I'm not removed from that. I have been that type of person where if I was with you and you was with me, you mad. You know what I mean? But I'm learning that love is truly free, you know, and I'm learning that to truly love someone is to give them the space and the opportunity to love you back. And the best way to do that is just to focus on yourself. But here lies the issue that I'm having with that. Even though I seek not to place ownership over anybody or hold a tight grasp over anybody, honestly, because I got my own things in my personal life that I would like to improve on and work on. Um, People tend to feel the need to put ownership over me. Now, look out. I am very much a Sagittarian. I am not made to be boxed. Um, Now, they always say that Sagittarians are non-committal. We can be, but if I'm with you and I love you, I'm with you. I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna be faithful. You know what I mean? Honorable. But you can't box me. You can't. You can't. You can't. You cannot. I'm just not made to be controlled. And because of that, I seek not to control other people. And people take my need for space or my need for freedom as a I'm out here or I'm seeing other people or I'm doing this or I'm doing that. When at the end of the day, like sometimes I want to sit by myself at home and color in my coloring book and watch TV, or sometimes I want to sit in the room with you, but I don't necessarily want to talk. I enjoy my alone time, but that doesn't mean that I genuinely want to be alone. So I'm trying to find a happy medium with that. You know, um, I think as humans, we all have insecurities and we all been hurt before. So the need to control other people and how they move becomes a defense mechanism. Um, and I just don't want to be one of those females, because I don't know, y'all. I feel like if somebody truly love and care about you, nothing's going to keep them away from you. And if you're wrong, please hit me up and tell. If I'm wrong, please hit me up and tell me. I just feel like that's something that don't need to be forced. If a person want to talk to you, they're gonna call you. If a person wants to see you, they're gonna come see you. If a person wants to spend time with you, they're gonna come spend the time with you. I just feel like I should give you the space and freedom to make those decisions. I'm not here to force you to spend time with me. Like, oh, you gonna take me out on Wednesday? No, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask. And don't get me wrong, I'll make proposals too, like, hey, let's go out to get some chicken wings, or I got a taste for some chicken, or I want to go to the water. I like to give people that opportunity. Another thing I'm learning, which I've always been a person like this, but I'm learning that everybody isn't like me. I like to give people the floor to be honest. So I always allow people to express themselves without me responding too emotionally because I want my partner to feel like they can come to me and talk to me about anything without feeling like, okay, if I tell her this, she gonna be mad or she gonna flip out or she gonna break this up or that up. I want my partner to be able to come to me and talk to me about anything. So I always leave the floor open for honesty, and I also, listen, and I also, respond intelligently. I don't respond emotionally because I want a person to feel comfortable to come talk to me. But I'm not meeting people that I can do that with. It's always you shouldn't say that. Don't say this like that. Don't talk to me and don't tell me this and you shouldn't this and that. It's like this control thing. So now I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, like does anybody that's truly for me exist in that dynamic? You know, does anybody that truly exists for me is in that dynamic that can my needs, understand my need to not be boxed in and to be free to be who I am. And people always associate freedom with multiple partners or seeing other people. And that's very much not the case when I say freedom. When I say freedom, I mean give me the freedom to express myself, give me the freedom to be myself and have whatever emotion I'm having in that moment. Give me the freedom to sit down and talk to you about issues that I have with you respectfully, just like I'm going to give you the floor to tell me about myself. And if it's something that I can work on, I'm definitely going to work hard on those qualities that, bother you, or those issues that bother you, because I do believe that everything can be talked about respectfully. People can have conversations. You don't have to yell and break shit and do petty stuff. Things can be talked out respectfully. I just I want to feel comfortable. I want a partner that I can talk to about everything. And I'm wondering if that exists. I've only met one couple where I've witnessed with my own two, no, two, where I've witnessed with my own two eyes where they sat down and they intelligently discussed their problems and they were free to express myself. As a matter of fact, I was talking to the woman, shout out to Nikki, and she told me her husband was her best friend and she tells him everything. And I just truly think that that's how it should be. But how can I tell you everything if I'm afraid of your response? I just think that love should truly be free. And in that freedom, um, it can blossom into more. Anyhow, that's my entry for today. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Um, I hope you have an amazing week. I am back. So I'll be back with another episode here soon. Feeling much better. Going to a free concert tonight. So I will be singing to Michelle something in my heart. Yes. And having a good time. So I have plenty of story times to tell y'all because y'all know me. I'm always somewhere having a good time. So be prepared. But I'm just simply enjoying life right now. I've learned that, I don't have bad days anymore. I just have days. So even though there's a lot of challenges going on around me, I always remember to enjoy the moment. And so should you. I love you all. Don't forget to love on yourself every day. Do something that you like for yourself. Take yourself out to eat. I mean, hell, I color in my coloring book. I be loving. Just do whatever makes you feel good. Buy yourself that dress you've been looking at, or them shoes you've been looking at. You know what I mean? Get your hair done or do your own hair. Fix your makeup. Man, get your hair cut. Do what makes you feel good about yourself. Peace.